going up to heaven in Matthew 28:19, he said to his disciples, go and make disciples. We said that word disciple is talmidim. It can be translated also as an apprentice or a follower of Jesus. And so in the last year or so, we've been talking a lot. What does it mean to be an apprentice, a disciple of Jesus? What does it mean to follow Jesus? We kind of boiled it down to kind of three big things. It's to be with Jesus. In John 15, we're not quite there yet in our study for the Gospel of John, but Jesus is going to tell his disciples and conversely us to abide in him. As the branches are connected to the vine to receive life and sustenance, in the same way we have to be with Jesus. We have to be intentional about being with Jesus. We've said that spiritual growth isn't going to just happen by accident. We have to be intentional. We partner with the Holy Spirit in this journey of following Jesus. We said, I encourage everyone, first thing in the morning, before you check your email, social media, whatever it might be, the news, spend some time with Jesus. And that might look different for each and every one of us. It may be just you're waking up and as you're rolling out of bed, Jesus, I need your love and grace. I didn't get much sleep last night. Or maybe it's sitting down with a cup of coffee or your tea and you're going to journal. Maybe it's just sitting in a quiet space and you're going to sit in stillness and just, okay, Jesus, I'm meeting with you here before my kids are up or before I go to work. Whatever that might look like, I want to encourage each and every one of us as followers of Jesus that we start our days just being with Jesus. And then we want to become like Jesus. We had a great discussion about this with our governing team last week. And apparently the way I read this is different than some others. So I want to bring some clarity to that. This doesn't mean we can ever accomplish that goal. Now, I know that sounds like really disheartening. Like, what? Like you're never going to wake up one day and we're going to be like, Brian Stevens, come on down. You've officially arrived. You're now just like Jesus. Like, I love Brian, but he's probably never going to be exactly like Jesus. However, we all have things that are influencing us. The people we follow on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the news channels we read, the blogs we read, all those things, we're talmidim, we're apprentices of those things. And we want the dominant influence to be Jesus. We want to become like him. When we say, who do I want to be when I'm in my 20s, 30s, 40s, 60s, 80s? Well, when I see the trajectory of my life, I want it to be becoming like Jesus. And we'll never reach perfection this side of heaven, but God tells us that glorification happens, that we will in a moment be changed into the perfect person that God has created us to be once we're on the other side of eternity. But our goal is to become like Jesus. That we want to, look down our lives and say, okay, am I on this journey of becoming like him as I follow Jesus? And as we do that, what naturally is going to happen is we're going to do what Jesus did. As we read through the Gospel of John, we see him bringing healing, we see him bringing hope and love and seeing the untouchables and all those things that Jesus does. We want to look at our lives and say, okay, Jesus, what would you do if you were living in Corcoran, Maple Grove, Osseo, Brooklyn Park, Champlin, in the 21st century? How would you love my neighbors? How would you parent, my kids? How would you reach out to this person who I know is hurting? And we want that lens of, okay, when I see what Jesus did, how am I going to now do what Jesus would do if he was walking in our shoes today?